Okay, so today we're going to be finding derivatives using the power rule and implicit differentiation. So the first example that we have for the power rule is going to be a simple x cubed. Now with the power rule, what you want to do is when you have your exponent, which will be the 3, you want to take that and put it to the front of the x. So essentially this will equal 3x, and then your exponent is actually going to be subtracted by 1, so it's going to be 3x squared. So what you do is, the first step, you take the exponent and move it to the front. Then your second step is you subtract your original exponent by 1. Okay, so now let's go to a different example. Still doing power rule, we have 3x to the 5th, and this will equal, you bring your 5 down, so it's 5 times 3, x to the 4th. So now you have 15x to the 4th. And then with larger exponents like this, you have the ability to take the derivative again, which will actually be something called like f prime prime. And so this is going to equal 60x to the 3rd. And then you can take it all the way down until you have no more x's, which is going to be 360. Because from here you go, oh whoops, that's supposed to be a 60. Then you have 180x squared. Why am I not writing zeros? And then 360x. And then when you just have one exponent, you subtract it, so you have x to the 0, which is 1. So you essentially have 360 times 1, which is 360. Alright, so now we have dancing letters for our first example, our 3x cubed. So we have x cubed, we take the 3 off, move it to the front, and now we have 3x squared. Yay! Alright, now, away from the cheesiness, we're going to go to implicit differentiation. So our first example of implicit differentiation is going to be 2x plus y equals 3. So here what we actually want to try to do is find the derivative of this equation with respect to x. And in order to do this, when we have a y in our equation, it's going to look a little different than from what you may think. So first we take the derivative of 2x, which is just going to be 2. And then we have to take the derivative of y, which is going to be very similar to taking the derivative of x, but what we do here is we have the 1, because it's in front of the y, but you're going to do y prime, because we have to do the derivative with respect to x. So this is going to equal 0, because the derivative of 3 is 0. So now we subtract the 2 from both sides, and we have y prime equals -2. And that's it. So then our second example is going to be x squared plus y squared equals 9. So here we can use the power rule again. So you bring the 2 to the front of the x, which is 2x, and then you also bring the 2 to the front of the y, but we have to do y prime again. So we have 2y times y prime, and this is going to equal 0. So then you move the 2x to the other side, and then you have 2y prime equals -2x, And then you want to divide by 2y, because we just want to find y prime. So now you have y prime equals negative 2x over 2y, but that can simplify if you take the 2's out to negative x over y. And that's it.